Volodymyr Zelensky and Donald Trump are planning to sign an agreement on prosperity and post-war reconstruction of Ukraine worth $800 billion at a meeting of world leaders in Davos. This was reported by The Telegraph, citing its own sources. According to the publication's sources, the president of Ukraine had hoped to travel to the White House next week to finalize both the economic prosperity plan and the post-war security guarantees agreement. However, his European supporters from the coalition of willing countries persuaded him not to make the trip and suggested the World Economic Forum as a more suitable alternative for meeting with Trump. According to the sources, the plan was to use the meeting to help finalize the important economic agreement, which is a key chapter of the proposal to end the war with Russia, the article states. According to the publication, the deal is notably built around a minerals agreement that was officially signed last year, which granted American investors preferential access to future mining projects in Ukraine. Steve Witkoff, President Trump's special envoy for peace, welcomed the agreement as a crucial part of the overall ceasefire package he has been working on over the past several months. Earlier, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said in an interview with Bloomberg that he is discussing with the United States the possibility of concluding a free trade agreement as part of a broader package to restore Ukraine's economic security after the war. According to Volodymyr Zelensky, the possible agreement would provide for zero tariffs in trade with the United States and would apply to certain industrially developed regions of Ukraine. He explained that this could give the country very significant advantages compared to neighboring states and could attract investment and business. Zelensky's statement came after a report from Ukraine's chief negotiator, Rustem Umerov, who held telephone talks with Trump's special envoys, Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner. According to the president, the American side also contacted Russia in a certain format, although further steps remain unclear for now. U.S. President Donald Trump is expecting a clear response from Russian dictator Vladimir Putin regarding the peace plan. According to Axios, so far Putin has not shown any willingness to agree to or even seriously consider the existing draft peace agreement. According to the publication's sources, Donald Trump's special envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner met with Russian envoy Kirill Dmitriev in Paris on January 7th. During the meeting, they handed him a plan for ending the war that had been agreed upon with Ukraine. However, the Kremlin has not provided any comments so far. Meanwhile, in an interview with Fox News, Donald Trump spoke about the seized Russian tanker Marinera. He boasted that the U.S. is already unloading oil from it. According to the American leader, the Russian warships that were escorting the tanker did not resist.
We intercepted a Russian cargo ship that was heading there. It was being escorted by Russian ships, but they decided not to get involved with us.
Donald Trump stated that he does not consider the seizure of the tanker to be a harsh decision. He also refused to answer the question of whether he had spoken with the Russian dictator Vladimir Putin. The New York Times writes that this incident has become a public humiliation for Putin. The article notes that for Russia, which had officially appealed to the United States to stop the ongoing pursuit of the tanker, this particular move became yet another significant insult from President Trump. In addition, in an interview with the New York Times, the American leader spoke about his interest in Greenland. In response to the question of what is a higher priority for him, acquiring Greenland or preserving NATO, Trump refused to give a direct answer, but admitted that he might have to make a choice. Trump also stated that Xi Jinping might seize Taiwan, but would not dare to do so while he is President of the United States.